What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be continuing the war on the pile. In this one we're going to be covering a bunch of kaiju stuff, barely Godzilla. We'll cover a bunch of kaiju stuff that isn't Godzilla, and then we'll do Godzilla and Kong in the next video. Alright, starting out, you may have seen this picture frame hanging out in the back. This is, I know, it's not Godzilla or Kong, we'll get to Godzilla in a second. But this is something my brother got me for my birthday. It's sweet. It's this Ben 10 picture. I'm waiting until after Anime Matsuri. I'm gonna do like a full redecoration of the background after Anime Matsuri this year, because I'm probably gonna get some autographs and stuff, and so there's gonna be some stuff I want on these walls. So all of this is probably gonna get switched out after Matsuri. Kind of like if you paid attention, this whole background, I think this whole thing changed after the last time I went to Matsuri. This next time will probably be a little more extreme though. But this is one thing that I got that I definitely want to find somewhere for. Probably won't be on camera, but it'll be like around here maybe. Heat Blast, Diamond Head, Forearms. The best. Just some great art too. Wish I knew who drew these. I don't know which Predator this is supposed to be. I think it's just supposed to be like the general Predator. And then this next one, which is of course Pennywise from It. That's another sick one of him in the sewer in the gutter. That's pretty cool. He kind of fades in and out as well. They look way better. You can like see this way more clearly on camera than you can in person. In person, it kind of takes a little bit of effort to get to see the effect. But on camera, man, you can really see it. And then of course, last but certainly not least, and the reason I'm showing these all off now, Godzilla. It's the 2014 Godzilla. So you got normal Godzilla, and then he kind of blasts out the atomic breath. That's pretty awesome. There's like an in-between phase that you can't really see on camera. That's like him roaring, like this big like roar effect coming out of his mouth. But the atomic breath looks so cool. Again, this is gonna be one that I want to hang up. We'll see though. There's a lot that I need to hang up. Speaking of Ben 10, I got this new Way Big figure the other day. It's like classic Way Big. It's like retro Way Big. So like, I think the idea is supposed to be if they made Way Big back in like probably like 1966, this is probably what he would have looked like. So that's kind of the, like the Omnitrix is a little different. And so they've done a little bit with him. They also changed like the name to Ultraman. So I mean, it's like kind of generic, cheesy little like 1960s superhero name. So again, another Migos figure, kind of like in the last video with the Fly. I like this little picture of Way Big kind of doing this cool pose on the back. That's fun. So they sell these things at Walmart now if you're interested. They have like an Ultra 7 one, and I think they might have some other Ultras as well, but I only wanted Ultraman because it's the only show that I've seen, so I figured I'd just get Ultraman. I want to pop him open and see how he is though. I'm not going to keep this one in the box. So this is the only Ultraman figure that I actually own, so it's pretty cool. Again, like I said in the last video with the Migos Fly figure, they've got a pretty wide range of articulation. You can do enough with them. The thing that gets in the way is they've got these like cotton clothing, and sometimes the cotton clothing will like restrict movement, so like he can't raise his arm too high. He could if he wasn't in the clothes. I also think it's funny that this comes with like the Velcro on the back to like represent where the zipper goes in his fin. That's funny. You can even open it up if you want. There you go. He can almost do the pose. Almost. Clothes gets in the way a little bit. But I mean, as far as figures go, this is fun. I mean, he's got his little boots. He's got the silver. I like the clothes. It looks nice. First of all, it's like really smooth and it makes it kind of look like the suit. But it is nice. I like the colors of it, and I like the little color timer here is kind of like a cool little blue gem. And then I think the face looks really good. I like the texturing that the paint has. It's kind of like sparkly, and I think it's pretty sweet. So I like that. But there you go. There's Ultraman. My first Ultraman that I own. I'll have to find somewhere for him so he can hang out. Probably be with the Godzillas, but maybe I'll get more when I get into the other Ultra shows. Until then, sticking with this guy. Really quickly, I forgot to mention in the last video, I also got the Fly Outbreak, which is a sequel to the Fly 2. It's a comic book that IDW did that was like a follow-up to the 80s movies. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to check it out. I haven't read it yet, but the art is pretty interesting. It's like very stylized and very horrific, and I think it's pretty interesting. So I'm excited to check it out. All right, along the lines of Ultraman. So this just kind of represents, this is just the trade paperback for The Rise of Ultraman. Ultraman. I actually own all the single issues. I own multiple different covers for them, and then I bought some of them. I accidentally bought duplicates, but that's just because I'm silly. But here you go, The Rise of Ultraman. I've actually filmed some videos on The Rise of Ultraman. I just haven't released them, and I plan on it. I plan on releasing The Rise of Ultraman stuff, and I plan on reviewing the comic. From what I read, it was pretty good, so I can't wait to finish reading it. And then, of course, because The Rise of Ultraman ended, here I've just got a bunch of issues for The Trials of Ultraman, which is the second follow-up to it. Like I said, I buy all the variant covers that I can find and get my hands on, so I've got a bunch of Trials of Ultraman, even though they're only up to issue like 4 or something. They're on issue 3, so I own a bunch of them. I'll check these out and review them once I finish the first comic. Kind of in a similar vein here, we got Pacific Rim Aftermath. Now, I do own a whole bunch of the single issues for Pacific Rim Aftermath, but I was not able to ever find all of them. My comic shop stopped selling them, so I never read the comic because I was never able to complete it, but I finally was able to get the full thing. I don't own Pacific Rim Amara. I'll probably check that one out at some point as well, but I'm just happy to have the full thing now. In a similar vein to Ultraman, I picked up the comic UltraMega. As far as I'm aware, this is kind of like a really brutal, really gritty version of Ultraman, and I'm very excited to check this out. I don't know much about it. It's done by Image Comics, who's my favorite comic producer. I'm very excited to check this comic out. I think it sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Flipping through it, it looks really brutal, really graphic. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to check this out, and then I'll probably, once again, I'll probably review the full set once it's done, or like once the first trade is done, I'll review that. And I own a bunch of these. I know this is just the one I'm holding up, but I own a bunch of these. And then lastly, I own Primal Warrior Draco Azul, which is a comic book written by my friend Andres Perez, who you know as Kaiju Noir. Andres is absolutely killing it. This comic is a lot of fun. It's a new take on the Kaiju mech genre. It's fun. I really like this comic. I'll do formal reviews of it when I get the time, but I wanted to give a shout out to Primal Warrior Draco Azul now. You can go check it out on Amazon. It's got really wonderful art too, like really, really wonderful. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. You guys are absolutely the best. If you want to support the Patreon, you can use the link in the description below. It goes a really long way towards making these videos possible. You can also get access to early content, the Discord community, and even request videos. So go check it out. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man out.